Cool cars, good people, great car stories. When Armand went car shopping in 1970, love was on his mind.
When I walked up on the second floor in the showroom, there was two Dodge Charger RTs, a green one with a black vinyl and the black one with a black vinyl rooftop.
He knew my taste. I've always said that to me, black looks like a rich color. It looks distinguished. And I'm sure he remembered that.
She liked black vehicles, so when I seen it, I said, well, maybe if I could afford it, I will buy it.
Not necessarily that he bought it because of that, because I know that he fell in love the minute he saw that car.
The grille really attracted me with the hideaway lamps, headlights, the flat black hood indent, and the style of the body that really attracted me. It looked like a real muscle car.
Gorgeous car. What is it?
The new Dodge Charger 500.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Hey, these new highbacks. See? Elliot!
1970 Charger 500. You can cope with a whole new image. You could be Dodge material.
Elliot!
This is a car that, when you look back at it, you can see that designing cars then was very different from what it's like now. You could design the body with absolutely no concerns about regulations as far as crashworthiness, crushable, bumpers, none of that. It was all about appearance, style, and performance.
The horsepower it had a 440 engine in it, so I said, oh, that'd be a nice car to drive. And I was young at that time, and I said, oh, this is the car I have to buy. So I gave him a $100 deposit, and the next day I went back and I bought it.
I think he knew he did a wise choice, and I'd be happy.
I drove away with it from the dealership. I went to her school, and her friends outside said, hey, that's your boyfriend with a new car. And she said, oh my God. So that's how it started.
Even when he arrived at school to pick me up, I was somewhat excited, definitely not as excited as the guys in 12th grade were. They were so excited. Marge, your boyfriend has a new car. I think at 17, if you have a boyfriend and you love your boyfriend, I think that's more important. And I think that's what was mainly important to me, not the car.
So at that time, well, we were supposed to get engaged. I said, well, I guess the car will come first, and then we got engaged the next year.
I did not marry Armand for his car. Definitely not.
But you loved the car too after. So.
The newlyweds drove their new Charger to Armand's dairy farm and got busy.
We used the car for 14 years as a family car. We had 4 kids at that time. I was a daily driver.
Challenger, Camaro, and Mustang were all pony cars. They were all shorter wheelbase than the Charger, and that's why you couldn't really use the back seat for anything other than children. A Charger had a little bit more space in the back, so it was at least theoretically capable of being used for a family car.
Like the 4 first children, it was their car as well, because we took them swimming lessons, music lessons, skating, wherever. It was our vehicle, everyday vehicle.
And after 14 years, we had 2 more daughters after that, so we decided to buy a van. For the next, 5-6 years, we still use it to go to Sunday church, and the odd time, the kids use it for their graduation. After that, we just were using it in the summer, and then we just parked it for I don't know how many years.
When it was parked, it didn't play much of a role in our life because it was not a priority in our life at the time where our kids were growing up. Everybody knows who has a family knows how much time as well as money that you can spend on the children, and having 6, it was needless to say 6 times.
By the time Armand could afford to restore his car, it was covered in rust.
We decided to bring it back to the original, the way it came out of the factory. So we did that.
When we did decide to do something about it, then get a complete restoration about 4 years ago, it became alive again, and it became part of our life again.
The Beauchemins have always been frugal, but this time was an exception. They spent $90,000 bringing the Charger back to mint condition.
This wouldn't be a very difficult car to restore because there are lots of parts and pieces available. It has a big fan base. There's a lot of expertise about the mechanical parts. So if you're going to do one, this is probably a good one to do.
This is where it is at today.
When we come back, a true trailer queen.
Right now, I want to show the car. I don't want to ride it.
Armand Beauchemin's handsome Dodge Charger RT also looks fine under the hood.
This is a 440 Magnum V8. It's got a 4-barrel. It's got 375 horsepower. It's all original.
The Dodge Charger was built at a time when nobody cared about fuel mileage. It was all about the performance.
It's got a high-speed rear end, so it's a little slow on takeoff, but once you get 60 miles an hour, it kicks in, and it's pretty fast. It's a fast car if you want to push it. At one time, I had it up to 140 miles an hour, and I still had some more to go, so that was fast enough for me.
The 1970 Dodge Charger won more NASCAR races than any other automobile. It also was a body style that was used in drag racing. It built up quite a performance image that didn't do Dodge any harm at all.
No detail was too small in the Charger's immaculate restoration.
These numbers, like there's one here on the hood, one in the valve cover, and the rear end, and the transmission. When the car was in the assembly line, the inspector came and put their numbers on whatever his job was. And when I restored the car, I took pictures of all these numbers before I did it, so I put it all back there, so back to original.
Armand built a new showroom for the Dodge, and Marjorie commissioned a mural for the back wall.
Being very passionate about where we come from and where we're heading, and making sure that our 6 children know exactly.
The mural is the farmstead I grew up in. I lived there until I got married. We bought the farm from my parents, but we never lived right there after we got married. So my wife says we'll bring the farm to our garage. The house was built in 1942, still standing today. Over here we have the 1924 Model T, my grandparents' first vehicle. Here's my parents' 1941 Dodge, family car. We grew up in this vehicle. Every Thursday they used to go to Winnipeg to sell eggs and buy groceries on the way back. Here is a '66 Mustang, my first car I bought. I bought it used in 1967. I used it for 3 years, and then I traded it for the '70 Charger. It's unique because it's been in my name since I bought it brand new, so that's why I did a complete restoration on it. Driving the car today makes me a bit nervous because maybe because I spent that much money restoring it. When I was younger, it was fine because it was my car and I was young, and in those days, well, it's big deal. It was easy to wreck a car and buy another one, I guess.
I'd like to drive it. However, for what we've spent on it, I would not want to be held responsible to be behind the steering wheel if anything did happen. And I don't think I want that.
It's a trailer queen, so I trailer to car shows, and I'd like to take it out just for, having a good warm-up and, get the all seals all sealed, and that's it. Right now, I want to show the car. I don't want to ride it.
Dodge Chargers have taken plenty of risks in the movies. The bad guys chased Steve McQueen through San Francisco in the famous Bullet car chase in 1968. The General Lee of Dukes of Hazzard fame is a Dodge Charger. And in 2015, Vin Diesel drove a vintage Charger in the Fast and Furious sequel, Furious 7.
The Dodge Charger was a very, very handsome 2-door intermediate coupe. Previously, intermediate coupes had a pretty strong family relationship to the sedans in the family. The Charger didn't look anything like the Coronets, and it had an effect of improving the looks of everybody else's coupes because they had to compete.
The Beauchemin kids are all competing to one day own the Dodge Charger RT.
It's pretty funny how they all claim to have a reason why they should one day own the car. They all seem to have good reasons.
I'd like to keep it in the family for a long time.
We've both really had it since he bought it, because we were going out since 1969. So it brings back memories. It feels good.